and welcome to Access Paranormal. Well, that's a bit of a starter, isn't it, when something drops on the floor and you're just sitting there talking, Jonathan?
It is, isn't it?
Yep. So, as I was saying, welcome to Access Paranormal's podcast.
I know.
And what a start that is.
I know, yeah.
Here's me getting all tangled up with everything. I've got tangled up with the headphones and everything, John.
What are you doing tonight?
God. Oh, it's one of them nights, isn't it?
I don't know.
There we go. Let's get into the show, eh?
Anyway, just before we begin, let's a bit of talk going tonight.
We certainly have, yeah.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
If it comes out with anything relevant.
Let's find out, eh?
I know.
That'd be interesting.
I'm going to leave.
No, you're not going to leave. We've just turned it on.
No, yeah. Are we going anywhere, yeah?
The Spirit Talk, we turned it on to see what we get and it says I'm going to leave. No, stay, because we started the show.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, we've got on our, we've got to start with this, haven't we? On our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Access Paranormal Investigate.
Yeah.
We've got a 10-part series coming up.
We have.
Which we did with Nigel Bach.
And Scott Tomlinson.
Scott Tomlinson.
I'm going to say that because, shall I tell them why?
Go on then.
Because he always goes, here we are with Nigel Bach and Ricky Tomlinson.
Yeah. And Ricky Tomlinson is one of our greatest actors in Liverpool, and I keep making that mixed up, but it's Scott Tomlinson.
Yes.
And we've done a little series with them from across the pond, didn't we? You know, Nigel and that. And what they've done is they came on the little screen.
Yes.
And we went off on our ghost hunts, and they manned it really from the studio what they were in America.
Yeah.
Now there'll be more coming up. They're just doing movies at the moment.
Yeah, they're just a bit busy at the minute.
Yeah.
We speak to them now and again.
Oh yeah.
But I know he's been. He had a movie to do, didn't he? They've done a movie. Scott's in the movies with him.
Bad Ben
12.
I think it's 12 or 13. Do you know what? We're going to have to get them back on again to talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know they were busy with all that, weren't they? And Scott had gotten married, and
So it's like
I know we'll be redoing something in the future.
Definitely. Well, not too long, not too far away. But what we've done is we've decided to put these out on the channel.
Yes.
Because they're over in America. They're going well over in America and everything. Yeah. Is it on Roku?
On Roku, and I think,
Bad Ben, isn't it? Bad
Ben's. I think he's on Amazon now.
It's on Amazon as well, yeah. So anyway, they're going well over there in America. Yeah. So we've decided to put them on our channel as a 10-part series.
I'm standing right here.
Okay, you're standing right here. So that's the Spirit Talker. And we've decided to put them on our channel, Access Paranormal Investigates.
Yeah.
One a week is going to go out, but there are part 1 and part 2 on each one of them.
Yeah, there is.
And they're quite good, actually. They were quite nice to do. So
it was an interesting experience, though, wasn't it?
It's fantastic. They were great. It was good to have that weird where they're in the studio and we're out and about.
I know, yeah, but it's not like in a studio here, though, was it? It was a studio in America.
Over in America, yeah.
Well, we were out and about, and it wasn't them just watching, and they actually interacted, and they were calling out as well.
That's right, yeah.
So it was really interesting to do, with some good results.
Oh, some of them were really good, and I mean, you'll know some of the places anyway because we've been to the places ourselves as an investigations.
Yeah.
But because this was like a series with Nigel Bach and Scott Tomlinson.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah. We thought we'd love to share them with you, you know, and see hopefully that you'll enjoy them as much as we did.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get Nigel and Scott on and do an interview with them, what they felt like when we were filming all this with them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So it was good fun. One of them was atrocious weather.
Well, I sort of remember that night, Jamie.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely bounced down.
Shall I go into it?
Floodings.
Shall I go into it?
Go for it, go on.
Right, I'll go from the beginning then.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that's quite interesting.
Well, the funny thing is, we were going to talk about David Jenkins. I was going to bring up because he's got his brand new book out about Southport. So that's a bit odd.
Right, okay. Right, so you rang me up one day and you said, going to Anglesey, staying over. And do you want to come up?
Yep.
So I says, okay. So me and Linda came up. And Linda doesn't do paranormal. She stays in the cottage.
She put her feet up and watched TV.
She did put her feet up and put a few logs on the fire.
Yeah.
Sore point.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you, make sure the weather's all right, Jamie, before I come all that way up. And you said, it's fine.
It was.
Gets up there. Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Bit wet.
It was nice, though.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. Bit wet, though. Weather was a little bit rough, like being at sea.
It was fine until the moment we decided to go and do our investigations.
Well, yeah.
To do the filming.
And then we sort of got up there, didn't we? And I've never seen that much water in all my life.
And rain.
It was like being at the bottom of a mountain.
It was so funny, wasn't it?
It was like a bloody waterfall coming down.
Oh.
You said there hasn't been that much rain, you know.
No.
I don't know where that came from.
Well, if you remember, when we apologies, when we went, we were on and on whether to continue, were we? Because it was the rain. It was flooded that much.
It was really bad.
And I just said, "Do you know what? We're here. Let's do it." We've got Nigel and
Scott.
And Scott. We've got Nigel and Scott contacting us in a minute. We've got to do it. And we've just got to do it. We've got to film it because Nigel needs this footage, like you know.
I know.
So I said, "Come on, we'll go down to the well."
A well, not like a bloody lake.
I ended up in. It was like was it 5-6 inches of water, maybe more.
I mean, you did exaggerate a bit on that, mate.
2 foot. And we did it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the water was like. I mean, the pathway we were going down was like a river.
It was.
It was lashing down.
Couldn't believe it. Really could not believe it.
Ian was with us, wasn't he? A hand. He filmed.
Yeah, he filmed. Yeah. Don't know how.
I don't know. It didn't either. And it was. I mean, it literally bounced down.
Oh,
I was lucky though because I was the one that got into the room, wasn't I? I was the one that sat in the room.
Outside. You were all right. I climbed up on the little hill. Oh my! I was stuck. I was literally stuck.
Hello.
I had 1 foot over there, 1 foot over there. My feet in both different positions. I was stood there. I was getting soaked, and I'm like sort of perched on this bit, and it was all like grass and rocks. And I was like, right, if I move my foot over there, I'm just going to slip and I'm just going to fall down. So I just had to stay there. My foot was killing.
Oh.
Because it was like sort of wedged on a rock on one side, and the other side was just like dug into the ground, into the mud.
Yeah.
And it was just there. But I think the best bit was when you sat in a puddle
of water. I went inside, didn't I? And I said, yeah, I'll sit round here like that. And I was looking at the well and I'm thinking, I don't know where the edge of the well is because there's that much water. And I don't want to fall in because, the well was deep. And I thought, I don't want to fall in that, you know. So, so I thought, I'm not going in. I'm going to go round the edge. And I worked my way round the edge, didn't I? But by that time, we'd started filming.
We had.
And we were filming. As we were filming, Ian done well because he was like there.
I know.
And I went round to do the filming, and I was talking to Nigel and Scott, and I sat down, didn't I? And I went, oh, I forgot, I've just sat in a pool of water. So my rear end was absolutely soaked.
Karma, that.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? I mean, he was on the outside, I was on the inside, and it absolutely rained and rained and rained. Didn't it? But the footage we got, the activity we got that night was brilliant.
It was really good
stuff. Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
So whether the water was acting as a kind of
well, yeah, we've talked about that before, haven't we?
Well,
and with your Mark.
Yeah, well, Mark's good at that stuff. We mentioned him last week, and we were how good he is and that. And
so you don't know, do you?
No, it was good.
Could have had a really big impact on that night. It
Definitely.
was very active.
Yeah. But that's just one of the shows, and that's a part one.
That's just one of them,
yeah. But each show is a 2-part series, because they were that good.
And there's some really, really Good footage
There is.
in some of them videos.
There is.
Really good.
Yeah. Some very clever. I probably made a noise on my phone, on my microphone there. So I'm sorry about that. Mavis. Like we said, we got the Spirit Talker on.
Yeah.
So sorry about that,
See
Mavis.
what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens with it.
So yeah, keep an eye out. It's Scott Tomlinson, Nigel Bach, myself, Jonathan, Marie, and Ian the Hand.
Yeah. And not forgetting Ricky.
You're not going to let me have a go. Not going to let me go on that, are you?
No.
I'm just getting comfortable, Jonathan. But but what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of a taster up. This one did not go out.
No, this didn't.
It's not going out.
It's just a little taster.
We just went up there, didn't we? We just done a recording for about half an hour. It was basically testing, making sure everything worked. And
That's all it was.
And we went into Penmon Priory.
Yes.
The pigeon
dovecot.
The dovecot. That's it. Yeah,
that's the one.
And
that was interesting place. That though, James.
It's amazing.
I've never seen one of them, but since we first went there, I've seen about 4 now on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've listened to us.
Not there, but different places.
Oh, right.
And I'll tell you who it was that I watched the other week, and they went to one. Did they get inside? I think they did, yeah. It was, the outdoorsy people. Zoe.
Oh, Gareth and Zoe.
They went to one. So
I love them too.
They found one like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I love them too. Gareth and Zoe, go and watch them on YouTube.
Yeah,
they're fantastic. They're the great outdoors. I don't know what they're called, but it's like...
I think it's just called Gareth and Zoe, isn't it? Gareth
and Zoe, yeah. They do wild camping and everything.
Yeah, really
good. They're phenomenal. I love them too, yeah.
Really interesting. Yeah, but they went to one, and then I seen one on another one, and I seen Finders Beepers go to one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, I've never even seen one of these before, and I'm seeing about 3 or 4 of them.
Well, it's like a car, isn't it? You buy a car and you think you're the only one who's got the car, and then you go out in the car, they're everywhere.
I know.
We got a dog, it's a cockapoo. There's cockapoos everywhere.
But you never seen one before,
no.
Did you?
No. So anyway, but talking about Finders Beepers, we've got Matt coming up on the show.
We have got Matt coming up very soon.
We've got him to interview, so that's going to be a cracker, that is.
Yeah, that'll be a good one, man.
And we've also got I forgot what they're called. Fort Spooky. Yeah, we've got a couple of them coming up on there.
Yeah.
So we've got a few good interviews coming up ahead of us now, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And that's for this show as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely good.
And I had some responses regarding the photographs.
Right, okay.
And the time slips.
Yeah.
And some people were turning around and saying, well, what somebody said to me, how'd you capture a time slip? My answer was, the same way as you capture a ghost.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You capture it no matter what. No matter if you take a photo with your phone, with a camera, with whatever you take it with, you're still capturing time, aren't you?
That's a time slip.
It's the same. A photo, I suppose, in one sense, it's the same as a video. It's just one frame, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at it like that, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like what they did with years and years ago, like animations.
Yeah.
Where you draw the little man or whatever you want to draw in the little like drawing pad.
Oh, and then you flick it.
And you flick it.
Yeah.
And it's animated.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
You're right. And going on to video, I have a quick talk about videos because we're going to play that investigation, that mini investigation we did. Talking about videos, do you find, I mean, I was talking to the same person I was talking to, we were having a conversation, the way you just sit there and having a conversation. And we were talking about videos, and he was saying, how easy is it to, when you do these videos, do you ever capture anything? And I went, well, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Mainly you don't.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get that little bit of a golden nugget of a video, don't you? And he was talking about it, and he said, but he said, you could make it, you see a lot on YouTube now where they're faking it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I said, yeah, but they just do it for fun. That's their way of having a bit of entertainment.
I suppose.
And I said, but it is getting more difficult to actually prove your video footage now, because there's so much now. There's so much technology now.
There is.
You've got a magic eraser.
Yeah.
That you can take a person off your picture by just rubbing your thumb over the person and they're gone.
That's it.
It
is difficult.
There's one which you can put sounds on them. You can put, so it's getting. I mean, I've said it to you before, and I was saying to him, it is getting more and more difficult.
Yeah.
Because of technology, especially AI now as well.
I know.
They can do anything they want to it now.
Well, I mean, I remember the first iPhone that I had. So I think it was the iPhone. I think it was it would have been like the third iPhone now. I don't think it was called an iPhone 3. It was the iPhone anyway. So you're talking 15 years ago, say.
Yeah.
And there was an app on that, what you could get.
Yeah.
And you could put ghostly figures.
Yeah.
Right, onto your photos. Now, I'd done it for a joke. I don't think I'd even met you then. Just before I'd even met you. I was in the house, and with my older kids.
They were the good old days. Anyway.
So I was with my older kids, and I took a photo of the stairs. So it was sort of, if you could imagine, like your stairs, and you've got the banister and the rail.
Yeah.
And I took a photo of that from the hallway. And then I added this ghostly little girl, which was on the iPhone. It was on the iPhone's own app thing that you could just add it in.
Yeah.
So I've done that, put this little girl into it, and I showed it to my daughter.
What happened?
And she was like, and I showed it to a few people, and they thought it was real.
Yeah.
No one ever said, oh, you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, come on, you're talking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Phones, what were they back then? Like 2 megapixels, and that was like the best camera ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But
no way you could do stuff like that, but you could.
Yeah, but it shows, doesn't it, how you can do it.
It does, and you're talking all them years ago, so how like technology has evolved.
Yeah.
What can you do now when you know what to do?
Exactly, and if you look at, like I was mentioning before, the artificial intelligence
the
stuff,
AI, yeah.
You can get
AI videos, can't you?
Yeah. Well, that's another. I don't know. That's playing God, isn't it? Really, that when you can do stuff like that.
It is.
It's scary.
It is very scary.
The likes of these things are making it harder and harder for the likes of paranormal investigation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing if you look at it on a positive way. Do we want to make it easy for ourselves, or do we want to have that? We've got to become a bit more streamlined and a bit more what's the word? Stronger minded, that we've got to come up with ideas, new plans, new ideas, and that.
Yeah.
Or has it gone too far now that AI is going to spoil it? I mean, it's great. There's a good side of AI and there's a bad side of AI.
It's like all these apps as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's good sides and there's bad sides.
Well, we're criticising the way technology is going within the paranormal, and we're using a spirit talker on a mobile phone.
I know.
And we've been using it for a long time, but we've had some good stuff on it.
We have had some good stuff on it.
I know we've ignored what's going on tonight because of where we are.
Yeah.
But we just put it on just to see. We've ignored it.
Yeah. We're just to see what comes up. We're listening to it, but we're not paying much attention to it.
No.
So we know it's there and we know what it's saying. And if anything comes up that's relevant, then we'll talk about it.
Like there. Yeah. Anyway, Jonathan, I'm going to stop us there.
Yeah.
What we're going to do now is, as we said before, we're going to be starting a 10-part series on the podcast.
Yeah.
With Nigel Bach and Scott Tomlinson.
That's it.
So here's a little bit of a taste of what went on. This is one we recorded, which didn't go onto the show.
Yeah.
Which we didn't put up. And enjoy. So this is called the Penmon Dovecot on the Isle of Anglesey. It's a beautiful place to come to in the
I don't
summer.
know if you can get up there so you
Let's
can
have a
see.
look.
We put the torches up.
Just bear with me while I get in.
This
Just
is
so
the
you can see. What I'm going to do, I'm
height.
going to widen the screen so you can get an idea of how big this place is.
So can you get the height there?
Yeah.
So that's where the birds would come through in that opening. And there's nest all the way up on every side. So I'll try and take it to the side and show you the
Little
nest.
alcoves.
And there's little alcoves in the, so if you bring it further down, you'll see what's actually built up here. So they're all the little alcoves.
And sometimes the actual pigeons do still come in here and still nest in here.
But they used to take the eggs from the pigeons and they could get round this tall building by this in the middle.
So where's the pillar?
So this is the pillar. And it would have a rotating, from each step here, there'd be a rotating going up, right up the middle. Can you see the middle? So it'd be on a rotation of wood and it would take them round so they can collect all the eggs from all the different openings. And also they would eat the birds as well, unfortunately. So it was doves and pigeons that they would get in here.
Yeah.
And this is what it's still standing.
That's
Brilliant,
the
isn't
only entrance in.
it? Yeah.
So just so we don't disturb, that's the door. I'll leave it like that in case anybody comes along and locks it. It's just in case.
You can see through those, can't you?
You can.
The pigeonholes.
Those are the pigeons used to be.
3 to 4 foot thick, aren't they?
Yeah. So these are the
An
pigeonholes.
amazing. Oh, I've just been splattered by water.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, because obviously this was very popular, it's this food source. And like Marie said, it goes back to the 16th century, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
So what we're going to do is, I've got some cat balls in my hand.
I think they said it's about 37 foot tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me just setting the cat ball off there.
So we don't know if there's anything here, if there's any people or anything, but we thought we'd give it an investigation and try.
So let's just put that there.
So there's the cat balls just being set
Do you want
up.
to put the S-box, not the S-box, the chat thing on? It's
Oh, there's,
Oh, the,
have you got it?
Yeah.
Spirit Talker.
So is there any other balls set out?
Can I
Have you got
just-
any more balls with you, Jamie?
Yeah, here, in your pocket here.
And we'll just set them out. And we put the other ball away, didn't we, just
Like
in
I said,
case?
this is a very historical place. If anybody's seen the one with the Syria's well, this is, water's just splattered on me. This is the Syria's, this is right next to it. A couple of hundred
splattered on
yards.
the head.
Marie's just put the cat balls while I've gone off. Yeah, the hood's up. He's just put some cat balls off, so he's just gone off because Marie put them off. So we're going to do a couple of call outs here, see how it goes. Because this was a working, it must have been in here every day, mustn't he, doing this?
Yeah, to collect the eggs every day.
Yeah.
It was a job for a couple of people.
Because you can see how
7 days a
high,
week.
you can see how high these nests go. They go pretty high.
Yeah.
Brave people, very brave people.
Yeah.
To work in this. It's an amazing place, I'll take you around.
It was 996, so they're just putting it round and it's 1,000.
Yeah.
So 996 places for nests. How amazing is that? And rubbish,
So this is
human
what
rubbish.
fed the people
So you can see, apologies for my shadow.
on the middle.
So it's quite big, isn't it, really? How big do you reckon it is?
Well, he said 37 foot.
1700s.
I'm from the
1700s.
1700s, so
Well, not far wrong.
let's do a call out then, eh? So there's Jonathan, Marie, and I'm here somewhere. So I'm going to say, if there's anybody here with us now, anyone who can hear us or see us, please come forward, come and show us you around. We don't mean you any harm, we just want to get to know who you are. Could you talk to us, please? We put some items around. If you can, and you're able to do so, can you make them lights flicker?
By touching them.
By touching them, pushing them?
How can you knock them off the wall? So is anybody here with us? Can you call out? Can you call out, please, and let us know if you're a worker or anybody was here? Can you tell us how long you've worked here?
Go deeper.
Go deeper.
Okay.
Don't think we could.
Go any deeper?
I don't think it does go any deeper.
No. There's a building on the outside just to the left, isn't there?
I'll tell you what, they go low down, don't they?
Well, I was just going to say, was it not
So I'm wondering if it did go deeper.
Did it go any
Because look
might
how,
have.
can you see whether it did go deeper?
You've got
Because the
pigeonholes
pigeon
down here.
holes are right on the bottom
floor,
there,
yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah. And
So
that-
you never know. And the step there, look at the steps coming
Yeah.
down.
Then that's a
I
big.
think it would have gone deeper.
So
It
it
looks like
might
it's
have done. Because look at that.
Yeah.
And the step from here. So you never know. There might be a deeperness, it might have been filled in. Hmm?
Let's do some corner notes. For our friends in America, this is an amazing piece of structure. And if you think about it, this was built in the 16th century. How incredible were the people there.
The rotating on here. They rotated
It's
it
huge.
to collect all the eggs.
Just to get yourself round to collect them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a job that would have been.
Is there somebody in here with us now? Anyone who can communicate with us and talk to us? You've got myself, Jamie. You've got Marie.
Hello.
This is Marie here.
Hello.
And this is Jonathan.
Anyway.
Are you able to communicate with us? Show us some kind of lights? Move something?
Are there any spirits in this area? Can you communicate with us? We just want to know about you. We're not coming here for any harm. I know you might see a lot of people in here, but we just want to know if you have a spirit in this area, any entities. If you can please just talk to us. We mean you no harm whatsoever.
Apologies for the shadows.
But if you can let us know anything about you, we'd appreciate it.
Is the person here that used to work here? Anyone that used to collect the eggs?
Would it have been long hours that you're working?
I don't mind speaking.
Please speak to us if you don't mind speaking.
I don't mind speaking.
Was you able to take some of the eggs home to feed your family? Was you given any eggs from here? Any of the meat that came from here?
Was it hard work to climb up? On the rotation? And collect all them eggs up?
Adam.
Adam,
Not had
did
that
you
name
work
before, have we?
here? Did you like it with the birds? Did they become your friends? Are you not curious why we're here?
Do you know what's interesting?
Hmm?
See this here?
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's a sealed window or something
I see what
sealed.
you mean, yeah.
It's the only place what's blocked off.
Yeah.
See?
And look up there, that window thing up there.
I'm just
how
wondering if
thick
that's
it
another
is.
one of them there. One there. And
One at the back?
oh, just been hit in the face by
There,
rain.
right up there.
There.
Yeah.
That one there.
Look how thick it is.
And then
the
there's-
Is there one
stone.
on that side?
Is there one on
Pardon?
that side as well?
No, there isn't any on that
Oh,
side.
there isn't any.
There's one at the back.
There's one at the back here.
There's one at the side. And then there's one blocked off.
I wonder if that's where the pigeons came in, because there's one there as well.
Well, the roof has got like a sheltered roof, and it shelters over the top, and then there's openings to go inside.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, is anybody here that was religious? Was you grateful to work here?
Right. I
Very
think we should.
silent,
Oh,
isn't
we've
it?
just put it in the car, haven't we?
What's that?
The sensory deprivation. Oh, just got splattered.
Yeah.
We're not getting.
Do you know who hasn't done sensory deprivation yet?
I know, but we're not getting anything. There's nothing going out at all.
No.
There's nothing.
So you don't want to do sensory deprivation then?
if we get something going off or a reply or something, and we know if there's anybody with us. So we'll give a quick call out just to ask, is there anybody here with us? Would you like to come and talk to us and tell us your story?
My stomach.
My what?
My stomach.
Stomach. You can't say stomach, can you?
Ah, right. What, was there something about your stomach here? Please, can you give us some information? Can you show yourself in light form if somebody's here with us?
Can you make a sound?
Oh, I've just
Can
been
you
hit.
throw something?
Come on, do something. Do something to show
Well, there
me
must be
here.
somebody here who's worked here before.
We are gathering energy.
We are gathering
Oh,
energy.
gathering energy.
Can you gather energy from us? Or from my torch? Any kind of energy that you'd want?
Now, the cat balls what are ours are the same ones we used at the City as well.
Yeah.
You've been quite active there, eh?
And they were very active there, wasn't they? Last week. So, is there anybody here that wants to? Are you trying to get the energy? Can you use our energy?
I have no regrets.
I have no regrets.
No regret.
Can you use our energy, please? Can you get enough energy to come to us? Are you able to communicate, come to us in light form? Or as a shadow? Or even just touch one of the balls? Have you got people with you, spirits around you, that you can gather the energy together? Can you put your energies together, please?
Try one of the cat balls near the door. Because that would be where people kept coming in and out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so put a cat ball there. Excuse me.
Right on the edge of the door. We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're
if you're,
here. All right.
If you're here, then can you communicate with us, please?
Come on, can you come in?
Can you come in and join us, please? Can you come and help us?
Move one of the little balls.
You just stay there and look around the other
You've
side.
got permission to come in. You've got permission off us.
Sorry, you stay there, I'll come round.
Okay, we've got permission off us to come in soon and talk to us and join us.
Come on. Come on, there's 3 or 4 of these little balls will be placed.
There's 3 of us. How many of you are there? There's nothing coming through on the spirit talker.
Really, drop your light down a minute, because I'm sure I seen flickering lights up there. Just going to turn this light up because it looked like flickering lights. It might be, it's all right, I know what it is.
Is it the...
It's the rain, as the
raindrops?
rain drips onto you, as you held your torch.
Yeah, catching the raindrops.
It was catching the raindrops, yeah, I've just spotted it then,
Like
so...
the light, yeah, the raindrops as they're falling, it sparkles, doesn't it?
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
there seems to be like little crystals inside the, on the stone.
Ah,
A
right.
dampness, is it like a dampness or is it a crystal in
Like
the
a crystal
stone?
in the stones.
Right.
It's like little tiny speckles of like
Yeah,
glittering.
well that explains. We're safe
We're
here.
safe here, thank you.
Thanks for that.
Can you tell us how many people worked here? You've got permission to talk and to come in. Come and tell us your story.
Come on, don't be afraid of us.
What do you think now there's no birds in here? Was it the master? The person who employed you? They wouldn't be very pleased, would they? That all the birds have gone. Why do you think that is? Right, we're not getting anything at all.
Very calm, isn't it?
It is.
Give it a couple of more minutes,
Okay.
and then if nothing happens, we'll head back to the warmth. What's that say?
Over here.
Over here, over where?
Can you make a noise where you want us to go, please?
Let me talk to you there.
Well, I'm going to make,
Can you
because
make a noise,
for
please?
some reason
where you
or other,
want us to
I'm
go?
drawn to that corner over there, so that's
Okay.
me with the cat ball, sorry. I keep getting drawn to over here.
Please, can you throw something
So,
where you want us to go?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cat ball there. And if there's somebody in this corner, can you see this? If I move this, the lights flicker, see? Now if you can, I'm going to move away so I'm not frightening anybody. If you can, let's just wait for it to go off first. Okay, if you can, I'll move away in case you frighten others. And you're willing to do so, can you make that light flicker? No one here is going to harm you in any way at all.
There's lights outside.
Is there?
Yeah.
Or torch lights or?
I'm not sure. Or car lights.
It's okay. This is the view.
So it wasn't your light going out, was it, Jamie?
Oh, straight on the head.
No, it's not.
Didn't
Oh,
have
isn't
fun
it?
down there.
Well, I personally
Well,
feel it's the most
amazing place,
calm.
isn't it?
It is, and I feel like it's very, very calm in here.
I did myself.
Yeah.
So,
There's no.
Let's just do a
there's
quick-
no atmosphere. No.
no, it's very calm.
heaviness
It's
or
very,
anything, is there?
No.
No.
it's very calm. There's nothing gone off in here.
But we've given it a try.
We've
we
tried.
never knew.
It's a beautiful, stunning place,
Yeah.
full of history. I've been here many, many times before.
I
It
think,
just seems
you
too
know,
calm, doesn't it?
I think it's bigger
So-
than what it should be because. What
was that?
Smell.
Smell.
I can't. It might have been at the time with all the bird muck.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going
It's
to
all right
give you a
now.
quick walk around while I collect the
Thank you for
items.
joining us.
Yeah, we give it a good 15, well, we give it a good 20 odd minutes. So we give it a try. So Nigel and Scott, we hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a call out we've done as a little bit of an extra. So, what's that?
Go through the top of that window. No, nothing.
Was it a light?
Yeah, it's all the way across.
No,
It's all,
when you
light
walk-
was all the way across.
Yeah.
All the way outside, a full light.
but then it went and then it came back again, but there's nothing there.
Well, we thought
Nothing,
it,
yeah.
so we're trying to debunk it to see what the light
Oh, just got soaked.
Have you got soaked? Can you see anything? I can't see anything through them.
No.
I can't see it being through the stone wall.
No, because the stone, I mean, I'm going to put it into the bit into there to show you.
Well,
There's no light.
there's nobody outside.
No, there's
Jamie.
no light. So that's
So we don't know
interesting.
what that light was outside.
Yeah. Let's just have a look at this.
Well, the birds had a lovely place.
Very
didn't
dark
they?
stones in here. Look at this.
What's that?
Oh, spider. Spider's web, anyway. Look at them no stones there.
Yeah.
Right, and if you put them inside, look how dark them stones are in there.
Oh yeah, look really.
But
Yeah.
if we get one, if a spider gets me now,
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Well, we don't know what that light was outside,
Some unusual
and there's
stones.
nobody there.
If you look at them stones here, and I'll put it back in because that's where it belongs.
What about
So
it?
much darker. No, it's so dark. So Jonathan, that was a little mini invest at Penmon Priory over there in Anglesey.
Yeah,
Very
In the-
enjoyable night that
in the
was.
dovecot.
And it was raining.
Well, it was a bit dry in there, to be honest.
Well, it had the roof on it, didn't
It
it?
was made up to get in there.
Kind of a roof. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
We still got the spirit talk going on. We're just doing a little bit of an experiment with it.
Yeah.
You know, let's see how it goes. But that was what we'd done with before Scott and Nigel came on.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We just thought we'd try the cameras and make sure everything was working. And
Yeah.
that. And then obviously we got in touch with Scott and Nigel,
Yeah.
or Nigel and Scott, whichever way you want to do
Whichever
it.
way you want to do it, yeah.
And started the show.
It was good,
So-
it was good.
It was. So get onto the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Access Paranormal Investigate.
And that 10-part series will be coming up soon.
Yep, that'll be starting next week.
Yeah. And there'll be one every week.
for 10 weeks, isn't it?
10 weeks.
Yeah. And you'll know some of the places we've done them before.
Yeah.
Or
A bit different this time.
it is because it's 2 from America and 2 in the UK. 3 in the UK, not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
2 in America, 3 in the UK. And like I said earlier, they do call out as well, Nigel and Scott.
Yeah. It's
and
great.
They point things out, and it's good. It's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, we haven't watched them for a while, have we? So,
No.
yeah, when they're on YouTube, I might dip in and have a watch
I
them.
know, yeah.
So we hope you all enjoy them out there as well, because it
Yeah.
should be interesting.
Yeah.
We've also got a show coming up in a not too distant future. I don't want to say what it is because it's going to be a very important show.
Right.
We're going to have a few people around the table and we're going to be talking about something which is close to my heart. And also it's going to be, someone's impressed,
I know.
close to my heart. And it's going to be one which is serious. Usually we have a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a joke, but this one's going to be
I think it will be a bit of a serious
conversation,
one.
yeah. And
Very relevant.
very relevant. It's going to be a good one,
Yeah.
yes. We've got a location as well.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be going to, thanks to Steve.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, so we don't give too much away.
Yeah.
So that should be an
Definitely.
interesting one. It's one which I think might hit a nerve or two,
It might.
but there's going to be things on there that can...
Not in a paranormal way.
No, it's going to be about the paranormal, but in an unusual way.
Yes.
So that's all we'll say on that. Just keep an eye out on that. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
So we've got Halloween coming up.
We have.
With L35 Radio. We're going to be down in our little home called Mill Street Barracks.
Yes.
I know Neil's going to be recording it for the radio.
Yeah, he is.
So that should be fun.
Yeah, will be. Be a good night though, I think.
Well, it will be. And what he done as well is he done it. I know it's done.
Done?
He done a little bit of a competition.
He did.
We've got, I think it's 2 people coming along on a night.
Yes.
So that's nice, isn't it?
It is.
What was that bing then?
That was my phone.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, so like we're doing a radio show and your phone's going off.
Hello.
Mine hasn't gone off. There's a reason for that. We're using it.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I've got Spirit Talker on, so I can't.
True, yeah. Well, by the time this goes out, Jonathan, I'll have been to Anglesey.
You will?
Yeah.
We live close.
Yeah, so do we. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of a few recce's while I'm there.
Are we now?
Well, I'm on holiday, aren't I?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm going to my brother's, so I might do a bit of a recce while I'm up there. Weather pending. I'm not getting wet again.
Yeah, weather pending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that depends whether you get lost or not, I don't know. Finding some
Yeah. Well,
Same
that's
old
me all the way, isn't it?
bit
So
bad in that one, wasn't it?
I'll throw some.
Oh, that's a private joke, that is. Nobody will understand what that means. But just in case people want to know, we were going to Barron Hill, a mansion, a derelict mansion, and I took them the wrong way for about half a mile, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Jamie.
So anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, it is.
It was good though, wasn't it?
Leave that for another day.
To be honest with you, you could probably, we could have the funny side of the paranormal. We should do a show called The Funny Side of the Paranormal.
We should do that for one of the shows, shouldn't we?
Yeah, just on me, I think.
Yeah.
It probably would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be.
We
Can
went
think of
back
quite
over
a
it.
few, just like that, Jamie.
Yeah, well, don't.
Right
well,
off
don't
the
forget-
top of my head.
I can think of one about you as well.
Well, yeah.
If you want to be on stage. Oh, sorry. If you want to be off stage. But yeah, we were talking before we put the Penmon Priory on about the way technology is going in
Yeah.
paranormal world and that. And if you think about when we first started doing the paranormal stuff, we only had basic stuff. We had the K2. We had the Ouija boards.
Yeah.
And we just had the glasses with the yes and no's on them.
Yeah.
Or if Jane used to call them,
Yes or no?
yes and none. Sorry, Jane.
My life back.
I want my life back. Well,
Unfortunately, if you're a spirit, you're dead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No offense intended. But we had all these. We had the technology, but nothing like it is now. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Ovilus.
Mm.
And we're using Spirit Talk, and I'm talking about the Ovilus. Like, I'm not
Similar
a big fan.
thing, you know.
It is a similar thing, but that cost us what, £4 or £5? The Ovilus.
I think it was about £3. The app was about £3, and the Ovilus is about 500 quid.
Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it?
So that is the difference.
And the same, REM pods.
REM pods. I'm just in the middle of making some REM pods.
You're saying, yeah.
Which are quite cheap to make, to be honest.
Mm.
I think a lot of it's quite cheap to make when you know
how to do
it and where to get the equipment to make them. What's it called now? A EM pump.
Oh, right.
I made an EM pump.
What's it called? Electric mag.
So that creates the electromagnetic.
That's it.
Energy, if you like.
Yeah.
So people use them, and they will switch them on, and they'll put them in a room. Say you're in Mill Street, you put one in like the classroom. You can put one in one of the rooms in the cellar before a good half hour before your investigation starts, and that builds the energy up. So then, once you go and do your investigation, switch it off, put it out the way. But it's so simple to make, Jamie. There's nothing to it.
But do you think the like of that will bring the activity up?
I think it would. I do.
In what way? The vibrations and making the vibrations of the
it's
atmosphere.
The energy, isn't it?
The energy, yeah.
It's the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does create an energy.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all it is magnets that spin round.
Yeah.
And that's what creates the magnetic energy. And it does put it out. So if you go up to it with a K2,
yeah.
Once you start getting close to it, then your K2 meter will start going off. And the closer you get, you end up with all your lights lit.
Mm-hmm.
So it does mirrors reflection.
Mm-hmm.
So it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm next to a mirror. So yeah, it does create energy. So why can't it work?
It's only one way to find out, isn't it? Is that like an experiment?
Yeah. I'll sort one out.
Yeah, and we'll try it as an experiment and see.
But
what we could do then in that situation, when we were looking at experiments, we want to do experiments anyway. I've got a few ideas which I want to throw in. And it's just like talking about going back to Mark when he mentioned water. I've got an experiment I want to do with water.
Oh, with water, yeah.
Again with the REM pod or the magnetic, an idea of having one in one room and none in another and seeing what happens there.
Well, do you know, while you're talking about water
and
doing experiments, right? Have you ever noticed when you're in Mill Street Barracks and you're in the firing range, right? When you're at the bottom of that firing range, where everyone sits, anyone that's been there will know in the firing range where all the seats are, right down in that very dark end. And usually, because you're at that end, you look up at the other end where the doorway is.
Yeah.
What's there by that doorway?
The stream.
The stream. Where do people always see things?
Down that end, where the entrance is.
Where the stream is.
They always see like a figure or a shadow or something. And it's always where the stream is, isn't it?
Yeah. So is that a coincidence?
Who knows? And if you think about it, sometimes we've been in there and we've heard what sounds like dragging or banging, and it's always near that stream.
Always down there.
Yeah.
It's where the shadow was emanating from down the end. So that stream must run across I think that stream goes across to the room that you don't like.
Yeah, I think that because of the way it's angled and everything.
Yeah, the way
Yeah.
it looks like it comes from. It looks like it comes from that way.
Is there any technology though that we could get to try
Well,
and follow stream?
That takes you onto another piece of equipment that no one ever uses. I know you've got dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods, yeah. Maybe we should do that.
That's what they were originally invented for, weren't they? For water.
Because you used to use twigs and everything, didn't you?
to
Branches
find
and
water.
that,
So why can't you trace that stream with the dowsing rods?
Because there's brick walls in the way.
Doesn't matter.
Would the concrete be in the way of it?
I don't think it would, you know.
Did you hear that?
Well,
No.
it's funny you say that because it does go under towards that way.
Yeah.
Does it go under the main hall as well?
You just don't know, do you?
No.
But it's got to have an effect.
We'll give that a
Got
go.
to.
Yeah.
So we will try and find out if we can trace that stream.
Yeah.
Do you know another way that you could try and trace that stream, though?
Go
That
on.
water's going to be colder. Could you not try and trace it with the thermal imager, do you think?
I
Would it
think
not
the
show up?
concrete floor would be.
Do you think?
Again, we could try it. We take the thermal imager down one evening.
The water flows, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you might get that coldness going through.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, it could do because the concrete would be cold in one area.
That's what
Well,
I
the
mean,
other side
compared
is-
to the sides.
So- Because if you think about when we've used the thermal imager in the hall and we pointed it to where the windows are sealed, you know, where they've been
Yeah.
covered over, you can actually see the windows
you can.
because it's colder.
Yeah.
Because it's glass and you can see the framework and
see,
everything
can't
still
you?
in there. Yeah.
Group of us.
So yeah, let's
try
go
that.
down, try that. Yeah.
That'd be it'd be interesting to see where that ends up.
Yeah.
And which way it goes.
Well, what we'll do is we'll record it.
Yeah.
We'll record that and we'll put that on our either the podcast or the investigating channel.
Yeah.
I think it might go up on the podcast as an
Yeah,
experiment.
we'll do a podcast on that one.
Because that would be an interesting to see
Yeah.
if it does work.
Yeah, I think it would.
It'll either go one way or the other.
So we've got a few little bits of technology there. Old technology,
Yeah.
dowsing rods, new technology, thermal imager,
Imager.
and we'll see what happens.
Shame you can't put a dye in the water and see if it goes out to a grid or if it goes somewhere, but we just
Below
don't know
ground
where it
level,
goes.
though, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's below ground level.
Yeah. Ooh,
And
yeah,
that's even more below, because that's underneath.
yeah. Because the pathway is about 6 foot higher than the actual cell.
is, yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's it's a thought, isn't it? It is a thought.
It is, but I mean, that's a good idea to do that experiment. But technology, though,
Do you believe?
yeah, technology to me is getting to the point that I'd rather just go back to basics.
We do most of the time. don't
Yeah,
we?
well, our technology now is thermal imager,
Yeah.
cat balls,
K2 now and again.
K2 on occasions, our own sensors,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll try the REM pods or something like that. But we
Yeah.
don't go into all this stuff. In Spirit Talk, we use that as well.
Talk, yeah.
So really, we've got different ones, but I want to try experiment with objects as well.
Yeah, well, I've got a few things we can use, actually.
Because that'd be an interesting thing to do. Because no matter what one you watch on television or YouTube, whatever you want to watch, we all use similar stuff.
We do. It's all... I think all the technology is based upon the same
Do you
things.
think I'm real?
Do you think I'm real?
Some of the technology, such as REM pods, wasn't even designed. It was designed for something to do with music.
And now we use them as ghosts. Well, that's happening with a lot of technology, though. Cat balls for cats.
Yeah. So It's
Kate-
just all being brought over, isn't it?
K2s weren't originally for ghost hunts, it was for electrics in the walls.
It's
Yeah.
to figure out where the wires are in the wall.
Yeah, EMF meters.
Yeah.
You never see them on
That's-
ghost hunts as much now.
That's what they use for, aren't they?
Yeah.
Originally, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
it works though, doesn't it?
Well, we use like our one's a funny one. It's a cat.
Yeah. Well, it's just got a sensor in, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
That was £1.
I know. That's it.
Because you've got to walk past for it to go off.
Yeah.
It's quite a good little one to
Exactly.
use.
Exactly. Well, it's like
Um,
the music boxes, isn't it?
mm,
They use the same technology basically as the cat, because all they have is a sensor in.
Yeah.
And someone has got to walk past to set it off.
see, I prefer them than like the obvious Ovilus
Yeah.
and all the technology like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm old fashioned. Maybe I'm like stuck in my ways of like.
I like the Ovilus on its own because it's like, I suppose the Spirit Talker, it's exactly the same thing. It's got so many words. I don't know, what does the Obvious have? It's got like a word bank of like 1 million words, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just totally random. You know yourself, you can sit there and you can listen to words. If you're in a group, it's harder with
Nice hat.
it's harder with 2 or 3 of you.
Yeah.
But if you've got a group of like 10 people,
Yeah.
and you sit that Spirit Talker, or you sit an Obvious, it's like that. It's just said now, nice hat.
Yeah.
If you're sitting on an investigation, no matter where you are, and you've got 10 people with you, I'll bet you one of them's got a hat on,
Even if it's a
even if it's a
baseball
cap.
cap or anything like that. Yeah.
And then you can go,
Yeah. You can put stories. I mean, we've done it ourselves. We've looked at
can.
them and gone, Mavis. Oh, yeah, Mavis lives next door, but too.
exactly.
You can,
So
you know,
with-
that's
With a
the,
big group of people,
Yeah.
it's so easy
Yeah,
to use all them words.
it is.
So easy.
Yeah. And it's easy to put, so we've done it ourselves when we've done
You
the
can make
ghost
a
hunts.
story up.
We've gone, oh yeah, blah, blah. And then we realise what we're doing. We're falling into that trap of,
Yeah. You are, yeah.
we're making a story.
But is that falling into a trap of random words, or are them words being manipulated to come out?
But that's the good thing, isn't it?
Because you just do not know, do you?
You know, we'll never ever know. will
No,
we?
you don't know.
No. And that's the good thing, though.
It is, yeah.
We'll never know.
No, and that's. I mean, it's a good thing.
Arthur.
It's like, I used to have an Uncle Arthur.
They are.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's been good to have the Spirit Talker on,
Yeah.
hasn't it, to give these prime examples.
It's good when you've got a big group of people, say like you're doing an event or whatever,
Yeah.
or you go on a ghost hunt and you've got loads of people, and you get these things out. I suppose it keeps people entertained and keeps them interested.
It does.
Do you know
And
what I
that's
mean?
what it's about.
It is. That is what it's about. That's not
Yeah.
faking. Do you know what I mean? That's not
No.
being fake
No.
or making things
It's
up or anything
entertainment.
like that. It is. It's
Yeah.
entertainment.
And that's what it's
And
all
it's
about.
relevant.
And as long as people, I mean, I criticise some of the items we use and things like that.
Yeah.
And rightly so. And some people say, oh no, we've all got our own opinions.
Yeah.
But if people are happy using them and they feel they're doing it for them,
That's
fantastic.
Fine, yeah. Brilliant.
That's brilliant, you know. I'm
Yeah.
happy for
And,
that.
and they think,
Yeah.
well, not that they think, but they've had a brilliant
Yeah.
experience. They've liked it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then brilliant. I think that's really good, and it's good for the paranormal.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So yeah,
Well, Jonathan, we've been yapping away. We haven't had anyone to interview this week, but we've had a nice little ghost hunt on there, haven't we?
yes, we have.
And we're coming to the end of the show.
Yeah,
It's been quite a nice, relaxing show, isn't it?
it has been good.
Yeah. But we have got a few. We have got Agatha
Agatha.
Christie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't read the books, but I watch the movies. And here's a prime example. But Jonathan, we're going to have to go because it's that time.
Yeah.
But we'll be back again next week.
We will.
And from Access Paranormal, from Jonathan and myself, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Good night.